wait the bus directly, or I wait at the information center, or where? I see the driver directly. Before 6 p.m. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, bye-bye. So I took the bus from my brain is not working anymore, from Ipoh to close to Georgetown, and it's a short drive. It's like 2.5 hours drive, and I forgot my whatever you call it, and I have inside the passport, the cards, cash, everything. I need that back because in 5 days I need to fly to Nepal as well, so I need a passport. Man, oh my days. So it's now 3 o'clock. I need to come back before 6, and I'm gonna meet the driver. They say they found it. Not the type of start that I want. Once I see the thing in my hands, I'm gonna be okay. I've done it, guys. I have it. My baby. You don't understand. This is my life over here. Passport, cards, cash, batteries for the camera, microphones, the cards with the footage from the previous weeks, everything. Losing this would be literally game over for me. I just came back to accommodation now. It's 7 o'clock. From 12 to 7 I was either in the bus or in a taxi, but luckily I got it back. I didn't realize, I only realized when I was getting in the car to come home basically. So I ran back to the bus, it was already gone. I went to the information bureau and the guy gave me a number. He told me to call that. I did. It was a lady, she called the driver, they confirmed they found it, and they told me to come back to 6 o'clock. I met the driver, bless him, such a gentleman. I got the bag and I wanted to give him something. He will just not take it. He was like, no, it's my pleasure. I was like, come on, take it, thank you very much, you saved me. I was like, no. I hope you're happy. Man, bless you. I'm exhausted. I just went for a shower because I was sweating from all the stress. But yeah, man, happened. Last time it happens. I'm never gonna go through something like this again. Oh well, part of the journey. Today I'm not gonna do much. I'm extremely tired. But from tomorrow, exploration time. So I'll see you guys. So guys, the first stop for today are the clan jetties. So, a bit of history. Back when the Chinese immigrants came over here looking for jobs around the docks, the land was extremely expensive. So what they did, they actually built their houses on wooden pillars on the water. There's a total of 6 jetties now. There used to be 9. So what that is, those are families that share the same surname, and each jetty it's managed by that family. They take care of whatever issues, temples and all that. The funny part, they are still inhabited. The one that we are at now has around 75 families still living here. So when Georgetown became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008, the jetties were actually included in the protected zones, so that prevented further redevelopment and or their destruction, which by the look of it turned out pretty well because there's a lot of people over here, so they bring in tourists and income, so everybody's happy. I'm lucky because today it's a bit cloudy. It was about to rain, so it's not hot. And man, it's so beautiful. Like you can see with the paintings on the houses and all that. So beautiful. Maybe I'm gonna try some food as well. Let's see.
Very good mochi. Shikira pila mochi. Very
I
yummy.
trust you.
Why very good. Look mochi.
Very good.
Look like what? Very yummy. No yummy, no money. Yummy, the money.
Perfect.
We have a deal.
Very good.
Can't wait to try it.
Look like what? So very
Sisini.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very yummy.
Oh.
Okay. Very yummy.
Very good.
来，毛子一盒5块，要吗？买一盒吃看来。买一起一盒，要吗？
No, it's here. You can try.
No.
It's with peanut. Man. It smells so good. And it tastes good. It's funny because sometimes you can feel the platform moving. But I would actually love to spend the night in one of the houses over here. Come on. Yeah, it's moving. Just to have like completely feel the vibe of the place. Imagine going to sleep, seeing the sunset from one of those houses. Man, must be incredible. Very nice. Very nice. I love it. So, the one that we saw earlier, it's apparently the most famous one. And considering how many people were there, kind of looks like it. This is Lim Jetty, and you can definitely see a lot less people. Also, this one looks more, how should I say it, personal. Like you can see it's mainly the houses for the people. It's not that touristy, which in a way, again, I prefer. I want to see how they live, because stalls with souvenirs I can see anyway, but this is what's making it special. Man, the houses look really good actually. Well kept, looked after properly. Initially, right, I was under the assumption that this is like a poor area, and seeing stuff like that in other countries, you know, I was expecting something different, but no, it's very clean, very well organized, and once again, I would love to spend the night over here. Maybe not during a storm, but still, I would highly recommend coming here. Probably come either during the sunset or sunrise, because you can have such a clear view. Now it's cloudy, so I can't show you that, but still. Man, as much as I love Malaysia and as organized as it is, one thing, and probably the only thing I have to complain about, if you're a pedestrian, man, it's an absolute nightmare. There's literally no crosswalks in those cities. Even now from the Jetties, we had to cross the street walking for like 10-15 minutes. There's absolutely nothing. And this is just an example. It was the same in Ipoh, it was the same around here in Georgetown. Probably the only exception to some extent was Kuala Lumpur, and even when you find the crosswalk, waiting for the traffic light for you to turn green, it's like 15 minutes or something. That's the only thing. As a driver, your dream. Good roads, a lot of one-way streets, driving around, it's super easy. But as a pedestrian, absolute nightmare. But well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, you can't have them all, right? Let's go to the next one. So that's the Armenian Street. And you might be wondering, wait, what did he say? Armenian? In Malaysia? What? But yes, you heard that right. Let me explain. The street had a different name, but in 1806 or 1808, if I'm not wrong, the name changed to Armenian Street because of the Armenian community who established over here. And although it was never big, they had a huge impact in developing the commerce, especially in the beginning, over here in Penang. Then, a couple centuries later, in the mid 1800s, when the majority of the Armenian community left, the Chinese merchants took over. That's why you see so much Chinese influence in the area. And speaking about the Chinese, super interesting fact. The famous revolutionary Sun Yat-sen, Sun Yat-shin, as you can tell, my Chinese is not very good, actually hold speeches over here on this street, gathering funds for the revolution, which ended up overthrowing the Qin dynasty. See, man, that's why I love having this channel, because if I were in holiday, right, I would just pass by, look around, be like, oh, this is so beautiful, and then keep going. But because I actually had to look into things, why is this street famous? Why this? Why that? I get to uncover all those little secrets which otherwise I wouldn't know about. Super interesting, super fun. What a wonderful city, man. And especially those areas, so peaceful, so much history. Wonderful. And I gotta love those old style buildings with the wooden covers for the windows. So nice. It's unfortunate that I don't have much time. I'm here only for 3 days. 1 day has been already wasted because of unforeseen events. Definitely not my fault. I really wish I had more time to explore more. This way I'm just going to the main attractions basically. But I want to see the hidden spots. Matter of fact though, for those of you who know, or for the locals, do let me know in the comments, myself and other people watching and reading, what are some places people don't really know about but are a must-see over here in Georgetown. I'm actually curious and I'm definitely going to come back over here because it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Today we're visiting Fort Cornwallis, and this is where British Penang began when in 1786 Captain Francis Light landed in this spot and built a wooden fort. So over the next 2 centuries, this patch of coastline became one of Southeast Asia's busiest trading ports. Despite the thick walls and the multiple cannons you see over here, actually the fort has never been used in battle. It became a very important trading port, not a military fortress. Despite its history and significant importance in the past, I have to admit the fort itself isn't particularly impressive nowadays. It felt quite empty when I visited. Now, what was impressive, however, were the small museum chambers you can find inside. They tell the story of the fort and Penang from the early days of British occupation through the Japanese invasion during the Second World War, all the way to the modern day. didn't know that the place has like those chambers with history and stuff. They are a very nice addition, I must say, with the touch screen and telling the history and some kind of mini games where you decide what you do, how you want to preserve the fort, if you want to replace it with something else, things like that, how would that impact the area and the economy. Really nice. I can't remember seeing something like this anywhere else. I was trying to remember, maybe in Belgium? I'm not sure. But it makes it a lot more fun, more interactive. I wish more places had things like that. Now we're gonna head towards that tower over there so we can have a better look at it. Because obviously that has history as well. Let's see it. A very interesting fact about the tower: if you measure it from the ground to the center of the clock, it stands 60 feet tall, so a little bit over 18 meters. But why that's important? Because it symbolizes the Queen's 60 years of reign. How amazing is that? I must say, even the area around the fort is so nice. It has so many trees, so even when it's hot, you have a lot of shade and it's cooler. And because it's by the sea, the breeze, perfect. Just sitting under the tree, reading a book or something. And at night, I guess you can walk on this alley over here and enjoy the view, watch the sunset. What a beautiful country, man. I love it. So I came to Penang Hills. I'm gonna take the Funicular, about 800 meters. The price was 40 ringgit per person. The journey should take about 5 minutes. And hopefully I'm gonna catch the sunset on top of the hill. Let's see. After a short delay, the journey to the top finally begins. As you will come to find out later in the video, I would eventually regret not buying the fast track ticket, but I guess this time was an exception. The ride itself, surprisingly fast, which is probably a good thing because we're absolutely packed in here. The funicular climbs up the side of Penang Hill, and as we get higher, the view starts opening up through the windows. You can already get a glimpse of Georgetown below, which I actually tried to record, but the only thing you can see are other people. Honestly, I can't wait to see what the view looks like from the top. And after all the waiting, I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. So apparently this area became a station because British officials wanted a cooler place compared with the coastline, which was hot and humid. And honestly, you can pretty much feel the difference straight away. The difference in temperature over here, it's between 5 to 8 degrees Celsius lower. It feels so nice, and the view, absolutely wonderful. You have the entire city with the bridges and everything, and beautiful. straight away, I must say, I thought it's gonna be considerably smaller. No, it's big, eh? And I think there's a mosque as well. I saw the roof. I'm gonna go and check that out now. I know I said it about 1,000 times, but it's true. It's just so beautiful over here. And again, it's much colder. It's just perfect. And yeah, look. So down there was a Hindu temple, and over here we have a mosque. I was thinking now, Malaysia as a whole, because this applies to all the cities I've visited over here. It's really a prime example of the fact that people of different religions can actually live together in peace. Like now over here on top of the hill, you have mosques, you have Hindu temples. I think there's a church as well, and even in the city, same Chinese temple and everything, and nobody's causing issues. Well, looks like I messed up. I wanted to catch the sunset over here, but in order to go to the habitat, the 130 million year old forest, the last admission it's 5:30 p.m. You need to exit by 7, and it's 7 now. Oh, I messed up. I messed up big time. At least you can learn from my mistake. I really wanted to see that, because it's full of animals and plants. Beautiful, but I should have looked into this better. Also, I see a lot of cars. I didn't know, apparently you can come by car as well, not just with a funicular. So something to keep in mind. Another thing worth mentioning for probably most of you, if you come over here, we've been wandering around for like half an hour already. There's no place to smoke, and you are not allowed with drones as well. Just to be aware of it. Other than that, I see quite few stalls with foods and drinks, so that's not a problem, toilets and everything. But smoking, you're gonna have a hard time. Welcome to Penang. Welcome to Malaysia, everyone. Absolutely wonderful country.
So, as I was enjoying the beautiful city at night, the power got cut off suddenly for whatever reason, and back at the Funicular, this was the queue. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? That wasn't as bad as I was expecting. In about half an hour, I was down. Electricity came back as well. I got to see some people and whatnot. Unfortunately, this marks the end of my adventure over here in Georgetown and Malaysia altogether. It was a wonderful experience. I loved every single second of it. I will definitely be back because I missed quite a lot of things which I wanted to do because of weather, because of some unexpected situations. Now I need to go back to Kuala Lumpur tomorrow, and from there I'm flying to Nepal, to Kathmandu. First time over there as well. While working in London, I made some friends from Nepal. Super friendly people. I don't think anything is gonna change with the people in the country. Very excited about that. If you wanna see how it goes, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I will see you everyone in the next episode. Bye bye.